You keep choosing differently, and it keeps feeling the same. What if it was never about the choices? What if it was always you? Not as a criticism, but as the most liberating thing you'll ever hear. Because nobody told me it was me that had to change. Not the job, not the people, not the circumstances, but me. And I want to be clear about what that means. Because it's easy to hear that and think, oh, I need to change everything around me, leave the job and the relationships, start over somewhere new. That's not what I mean. Changing your circumstances without changing yourself just means you take the same patterns somewhere new. The same beliefs, the same wounds, same unconscious choices, just a different backdrop. I know because I tried this. I left the jobs, I left the relationships, I left cities, and every single time something always felt the same because I was the same. The outside changed, the inside didn't. Real change starts somewhere that I can't see. It starts in the beliefs running quietly in the background, the ones you never chose, the ones planted so early and so deep they stopped feeling like beliefs and started feeling like just the way things are. For me, those beliefs were three: that I am abandoned, that I am inadequate, and I am unsupported. And I had been unconsciously building a life that confirmed all three of these. The work environments where I poured everything in and got nothing back, the friendships that always ended the same way, the relationships that felt different on the surface and identical underneath. Not because I was unlucky, because the subconscious seeks what feels familiar. And familiar meant the people and places that matched what I already believed about myself. That's what an unexamined belief does. It doesn't just sit there quietly, it goes out into the world and builds a life to prove itself right. And when I finally saw all of that clearly, when the full picture landed, it wasn't a relief. There was so much heaviness. I didn't like who I had become. I didn't like how irritable I had grown. I didn't like that I needed something just to be okay around other people. I had no desire to get ready, no desire to leave the house, and no desire to keep performing the version of myself I had been performing for years just to get through an ordinary day. That's what awareness feels like before it feels like freedom. It's not light, it's weight. The full weight of everything you've been carrying finally landing on you at once. And so I got still. I stopped, not to change my circumstances, but to finally look at myself, to sit with what was surfacing without reaching for something to make it go away. And I went deeper into the tools that I had been using: astrology, human design, the shadow work, not to understand other people this time, but as a mirror pointed directly at me. A language for what I was experiencing that helped me actually work with what I was seeing rather than just observe it. Because awareness alone doesn't change anything. You have to do something with what you're seeing. And that's when the real change began. Not outside, inside. The beliefs started loosening, the patterns became visible, and something I had never felt before started to arrive: the beginning of something different. So here's what I want to leave you with. Think about the pattern that keeps repeating in your life: the relationship dynamic, the work situation, the feeling that never quite goes away no matter how many times you try to change it. Now ask yourself, what belief about yourself does that pattern keep confirming? That's where the real change begins. Nobody told me it was me that had to change, and now I'm telling you. If this is your first time here, welcome. This channel is called Nobody Told Me. Each episode, we look at one thing nobody warned us about on the pack back to ourselves. Start anywhere, but episode 1 is waiting for you if you want to go back to the beginning. And hey, don't go anywhere. This journey is just getting started. What's on the other side of all of this is something I couldn't have put into words back then, but I'm living it now, and it's available to you too. You've been listening to Nobody Told Me, and if you made it to the end, I see you. Please like, subscribe, and I'll be back with more.